Hey, Joe coming at you from RxHealthyHabits video 4 at healthy snacking. And the first couple videos I talked about why snacking, and I went through some how to snack with some things you buy in the store. Video 3, we talked about some of the common reasons that people don't consider what I'm going to talk about now. And that is portion controlled meal replacement snacks or portion controlled smart snacking. And this is where you buy stuff in, well, already prepackaged, ready to go. Or maybe prepackaged and just add a little water. And the reason for these is it's going to play a very important role in your healthy eating. And I'm going to go through and talk about that, especially healthy snacking. Portion control, meal replacement, or portion controlled smart snacks are so vital for your long-term success. And I'm going to start out saying that there's a disclosure I need to make right in the beginning. And I used portion control meal replacements 3 years ago when my wife and I got on a course, a program to lose weight. We were both overweight. I was much more overweight than her. And I decided to lose 35 pounds. I did it in 3 months, a little shy of 3 months, which is not that great, but it's a pretty good pace. And I was able to keep that up. That was 3 years ago. So I'm still at normal weight 3 years later because I used the portion control meal replacements to get to normal weight, but more importantly, I stuck to the other habits of health that we teach, and there's 6 of them, transformative habits to keep the weight off. And part of that is healthy snacking. And I'm going to go through and talk about that, but I want to make that disclosure that there is a, that we do profit from teaching and promoting our program when we take on clients. So I want to make that right up front. But secondarily, what I wanted to do with this last series, this 4th video, is let you know that no matter what you choose, you can choose ours, you cannot choose ours, but find something out there that you can use that's pre-packaged. Find some products like this because it's going to fit into your program of long-term healthy snacking. All right. So let's go through and talk about the 3 C's. I believe a portion-controlled meal replacement or portion-controlled smart snacks, and that's this. Number 1, content. Before you do anything with buying portion control meal replacements, you really need to take a look at the content. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of them out there that aren't so great with the balance of protein, carbs, and fat. Some of them that you may look at might be a lot more, especially some of the bars. That's a portion control snack. They're very high, some of them in carbohydrate. So you got to take a look at that. Cliff Bars, great product, especially if I'm going out to do some hiking. But they're not ideally suited for me to snack on because a little bit higher calories and carbs. Good product for certain aspects, yeah, but for normal snacking, I use things that are balanced. And the products I use, there's 120 different snacks: sweet, savory, crunchy, soft, stuff that you can make that's hot, like the hot chicken soup. I like the soft serve, which is like ice cream. So there's many different varieties. So the content, part of the content's got to be that you have to have a diversity. But also part of the content, or the C that we talk about, the 3 C's, the content's got to be balanced. And it also, I believe, when you look at content, should be free of monosodium glutamates, maybe some sorbitols, maybe some things that can really cause some issues. And you might want to look into that. I mean, we have some options that are gluten-free too. So when you look at some of your portion control, your meal replacements, keep that in mind. Content, very important. I believe that I like to have a ratio of protein, carbs, and fat that's more balanced, because if I go really heavy with the carb for a snack, then I'm hungry an hour later, and it doesn't seem to hold me as well. If I go just protein, then I tend to overeat the number of calories I need. Make sense? Number 2 is, when you talk about portion control meal replacements, is the C that stands for convenience. And this is a huge one because that's the whole idea behind these. These got to be quick to go and ready to eat. And in some cases, I just have to do one thing. I have to add a little water, throw it in the microwave for 1 minute. And this is going to be a cinnamon swirl cake that I'm going to have tomorrow for my mid-morning snack. I also have one my wife loves, and that is the decadent chocolate brownie. So that's one that's really easy. Here's one. Minimal preparation, real convenient. It's a chicken soup, a bowl, throw it in, cup of water, 2 minutes, done. How much easier can it be or convenient just to peel and eat? Just open up the wrapper and munch on it. I like having some crunchy stuff, and we have a lot of those crunchy type smart snacks. And it's very important that whatever you do, you got to find some things that are convenient that you can bring along with you, whether it be running off to school, work, play, traveling. I tell you what, when you start using portion control smart snacks when you're traveling, it's gonna make a world of difference, because you can't find stuff in these airports, in some of these places. Honestly, my goodness, I go there and I'm like, what am I gonna eat? This is terrible. You stop at along the road, you stop at a convenience store, you're like, what am I gonna get in here that's not gonna be ridiculous as far as nutritional value? So the third C, this is a biggie, and this is where a lot of people get hung up at cost. And the third C is cost. When you go to choose a smart snack, this portion control, you want to think about cost. And I'm just going to be straight up with you. When it comes to cost, I have to tell you one thing. When it comes to cost, I have to tell you that the first cost that I consider is the cost of my health. What's my health worth? And I'm going to tell you that when you go to think about the cost of meal replacements, they're going to be more than buying a bag of chips, like at the grocery store, or pretzels. It's going to be more. But you got to look about what's your health worth. And if I can eat healthier, that's going to mean that I'm going to have less health challenges down the road, potentially, because I'm taking care of myself. Now, when it comes to cost, think about this. I take no prescription medications. I'm proud of that. I did before I was able to get to normal weight with my program, with healthy eating and smart snacking. I was spending co-pays for my medication. And tell you what, some of the type 2 diabetics, I see some of the money they're spending on some of the medications. It's sickening. So cost. What's your health worth, but also what are you spending now for your health that maybe if you got healthier you wouldn't have to do. And the other thing with cost is when I figure out that this costs me about $3 for each snack, and I might go through a couple of those a day, 2, sometimes 3. So joke, you got to be kidding me. You're talking about $3 times 3 is $9 a day, $270 a month. Yes, absolutely. Because if I think about the cost, and we cover this in another video, the cost of me making my own snacks and some of the other factors, going to the store, preparing them, the time, the spoilage, the cost, for me, I believe, is very good. And I priced out some things on the market, some quality snacks out there, some smart snacks. You're talking anywhere from $2.50, $2.75 to $3, sometimes higher. And I think that's something that you have to get your arms around. But then again, do you really have to struggle so much with that decision? So, and you're not going to be having 5 of these a day if you're just snacking. So anyway, I hope some of that helps. And here's the thing. If you want more information, obviously you always can go to our YouTube channel called RxHealthyHabits, and you can put a comment even on this video. You also can go to our Facebook group page, same name, RxHealthyHabits, and you can put a comment there and private message me. And there's also my email address, which is joerxhh.com. I'm sorry, joerxhh@gmail.com. And this is where you could send me an email. But I think the best way to do it is to go to the Facebook group page, make a private message under RX Healthy Habits, or you can go to our YouTube channel, same name. So hey, I hope this helps, and I hope you really consider making PCMRs or portion control smart snacks part of your overall plan to develop your healthy habit journey. So until next video,